All right, right now we're waiting for the patch to drop. It looks like it was delayed because it has to be approved by Apple and iTunes, or one of the two. And I'm going to say this, everything is going to be slow going forward. Everybody, as far as I know, is working from home. That is going to push things back. My understanding is that all the studios are working remotely from home, and that is fine, and they can do that. But I'm going to say that there's going to be delays to everything, and it looks like this patch is being pushed back probably another day. We will see. Stay tuned. And I did want to make the video after the patch was pushed through, because then we would have data mines and we would have the speeds on Proxima Midnight and Glaive. Because then we could kind of figure out how this is going to work. So all we really have right now is the patch notes, which does have Thanos kit, but we don't have the speeds or what the stats are going to be. Plus, there's some questions to me about the empowered mode, on whether or not it'll replace his passive or not. Let's just read the notes. We're going to go into it. Arriving over the course of this release, cheers to the 2 years of Marvel Strike Force. Thank you for being generous, by the way, on the 2-year rewards. It means a lot to the player base. It lets us know that you care. I get the feeling that they really care about the player base. I really do. New advanced option. You can now easily cycle through save squads in the Blitz opponent select screen. Basically, you're not going to have to go into your save squads. You can just hit a button. It'll take you to the next save squad. What we really need is at least 5 more save squads. I don't know when that's coming, but that's what I really want. Other thing I want to say is that there is a glitch with the Milestone Rewards. I was personally affected by that. They did acknowledge that, and they're going to fix that. So they've been proactive in communicating that there was a problem with the Milestone Rewards. It says right here, enhance your squad with 2 new playable characters, Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight. Now, we do have a kit for Proxima Midnight, and it kind of suggests how that's going to work with Thanos in her passive ability right here. On Ally Thanos' turn, if he doesn't have the Space Stone, grant him the Space Stone and speed up. This character can only do this once per match. So it looks like all 4 of the Black Order, her and the 3 other characters, will have something like this. So when Thanos' turn goes, he will just be the empowered. Is the way, but we have to see. I really wanted to make this video after the patch dropped. So there will be a second video probably right when the patch drops, if not tomorrow. Today's Tuesday, it'll probably be tomorrow, Wednesday. It says right here, coming soon, snap the competition by assembling the Black Order equipped Thanos and the Infinity Gauntlet. So Ebony Maw is going to be legendary, and he's going to require the Inhumans. And the only good news about that is Quake and Ms. Marvel are Inhumans. Then you're going to need 2 of the new marquee characters. So that would be Yo-Yo, Crystal, or Karnak, along specifically have to use Black Bolt. So this is the first time that we have a legendary on a legendary event. That is controversial in this game. However, this is not a controversial thing in other games. Believe me. Hydra Sniper special ability was updated. No real change right there, other than that currently of the Hydra minions, Grenadier is still the worst one, and all the team compositions are revolving around using Red Skull and the 4 Hydra minions without Grenadier. Assemble your top cosmic heroes for Enter the Black Order event campaign, and that is going to be for Proxima Midnight. Returning to the stored orb tab after going to the orb chamber now returns you to the same spot on the orb list. I don't know what that means. I'm sure you'll tell me in the comment section, or it'll be so obvious I just couldn't interpret what that means. Commas now appear in all the character and team power numbers to improve readability. All right, bugs. And there's a really important one here, specific for me because I'm on node 3 of the Dark Dimension. The Black Panther bug makes that node almost unplayable. Characters have been returned to their proper size on the squad select screen. Filler up. Empty slots now replaced with seven red star characters in the red star supply screen. Woo! So what they're talking about there, which is kind of a big deal, is in the supply screen, when you go all the way over here, there's not always a character down here. Sometimes it's empty, and it looks like we're going to find out with 7 red star characters on the red star supply screen, which is kind of anything. That's what my understanding that means So we will have to see what that means. We also don't know what the cost is on a 7 red star. Right now, you can use 5 gold stars for a converting a 5 to a 6, but we haven't known, if we have a 6 star, how many of these gold tickets, which are very valuable, please only use them on top meta damage dealing characters. We're talking like Phoenix, Black Bolt, Captain Marvel, stuff like that. Please don't be using them on Ravager, Boomer, or Nobu or something like that. My goodness. Hela would be a good choice also, by the way. But anyway, scary characters only. Please don't use these promotion tickets on bad characters. They're very valuable. So we're going to find out about that. That's my interpretation of what that means. Of course, we will see. Kree Cyborg's level passive 4 ability description was missing. 75% chance of gaining offense up. They corrected that. Aim Infector's basic ability text updated to match its combat action of copying negative effects instead of transferring. Fine. Allowing players to sync Aim Infector's negative effects and Scientist Supreme special ability. This is a big deal. We've talked about this for a long time. It's been working this way for a long time. They just finally changed the text. And this is so important inside of U7. Shuri passive ability text incorrectly stated that she only applied 3 deflects in raids to Wakandan allies. No, it's to everybody. The text now has been corrected to apply 3 deflects to all allies. It's a big deal. Shuri would not be viable if it wasn't for that right there. And she is pretty much a staple in U7 along with Scientist Supreme and Ultron. Some characters' passive abilities like Black Panthers were incorrectly triggering more than once if they assisted. This has been fixed. And so this is especially annoying in Dark Dimension 3, where Black Panther, when he's paired up with Ms. Marvel, if she assists and gets the kill, instead of just getting like 100% turn meter, he was getting 200% turn meter, and then he was just wiping out the whole team. Basically, Black Panther goes off because they hit for like 200,000 damage, and you just wipe out the whole team because he gets turn meter, and you couldn't even tank it with Greg. Really annoying. Can't wait for this because this is going to make Node 3 of Dark Dimension 3 playable. Battle issues no longer occur when Captain Marvel assists in Alliance War. Fix the visual causing bonus events to not display correct rewards. Updated characters. Thanos. Now, this is cool. When Thanos gains all 6 Infinity Stones, he becomes empowered. And I don't understand how that's going to work. We will see. But this is the Thanos empowered mode. Basic Infinity Blast. Attack primary targets for damage and apply bleed. Attack all adjacent targets for damage and apply gain counter. Now, this doesn't sound over the top or anything like that, but we don't know what the stats boosts are going to be. We don't really know. Special time shift, and I like this a lot. It kind of reminds me of Doctor Strange and Scientist Supreme all combined. 3 out of 5. Flip all negative effects to positive effects for allies. Cool. Flip all positive effects to negative effects for all enemies. Think about Ultron. This is basically an anti-Ultron kit. My goodness. Apply taunt to an ally. Call Obsidian for 2 turns. This attack is unavoidable. It cannot be blocked. Okay, now his ultimate, again, on paper, we don't know what his stats are going to be. We just don't know what his stats are going to be. And I think it's going to come down to, is this going to be over the top? Energy caught 307. I believe this is going to end the match when this goes off. Attack all targets for piercing and drain. Repeat this attack for 2 additional times. Kind of reminds me of like Shocker in some ways. Lower the speed bar of all enemies. This attack cannot miss. Okay. Now, his is his passive, and it's uncertain to me if he becomes empowered, whether he keeps his old passive or not. Logically, I would think not, but we will see if this character's health is at full at the start of the match. The first time this character or Black Order ally drops below 50% health, speed increase bar, and apply regeneration to self and all Black Order allies. Lower damage and armor for all enemies, and I don't know what that means, but that sounds really cool. All right, we're going to keep going. Hydra Sniper, his special 0N now applies offense up to all Hydra units instead of a Hydra minions. That might be useful because it now will go over to Red Skull. So that is it for the patch. Like I said, we will see what's coming. The other thing I wanted to go over briefly is Dagger, who's on Twitch. Thank you for coming out and supporting me on Twitch, everybody. He sent me some data mine information, and I'm not sure if this is old data mine or if this is new data mines, but has to do with Alliance Wars, and maybe there's going to be some sort of Alliance War modification, because there is new tags in the game called Helimats, and then we've got these new rooms, if you will, and one of them I'm looked at says Science Lab, and I don't know if this is just really old or if it's something new that they're working on, but stay tuned if I find out more. And then there's also Room Destruction Med Bay, and then this is Health Pack Ray Value 5, and then it talks about the player classes: Heal Squad, Give Attack, Give Energy, Sniper Shot, Shield Room, Breach Room. I don't know what any of this means. If you have some sort of interpretation of what this means, or if this is just really old and we're refinding it now, or if this is new, also let me know down in the comment section. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and keep on gaming.